Happy Friday to all of you. Welcome to this edition of the Asia Business Report on BBC World News. I'm Rico Hizon. We begin with Mongolia, which may call an emergency session of Parliament due to problems at its biggest mining project and an overall slowdown in its economy. And this comes after Rio Tinto said it was going to cut up to 1,700 jobs at the Mongolian Oyu Tolgoi copper and gold mine, where it has stalled work due to disputes with the government. Earlier, I spoke to Travis Hamilton, the managing director at Khan Investment Management, a fund which focuses on Mongolia, and I asked him if he was concerned.
Well, I think contrary to many of the international media reports, they actually are on the same page. Everybody is interested in ensuring that this phase 2 goes ahead. It's obviously going to be a huge contributor to the Mongolian economy moving forward. And whilst there's surely going to be a couple of bumps along the road, we're confident that we actually will see this progress.
But for you as an investor, it is important that these major players are on the same page. But currently, what kind of opportunities are you finding in Mongolia, given the stops and starts by the government on reforms?
Well, I think you're right. The key word there is confidence. And, for investors to keep investing in Mongolia, we need to see an improvement in confidence. I think now with the recently re-election of President Elbek, we are going to see clear passage of legislation and initiatives over the coming 3 years before we go into the next political cycle. In terms of opportunities, we've seen the Q2 GDP growth touch 14.3%. We're seeing significant increases in local consumer spending, and we see a number of opportunities, not just in the resource sector, but across agriculture, across retail. It's a burgeoning economy with opportunities around almost any corner.
We're just recently in Ulaanbaatar. What is your sentiment on the ground? Are the people really feeling this double-digit economic expansion?
I think many people are. There was a marked difference between my last visit in July and, let's say, 12 months ago. People are in the street, people are spending. All of the restaurants that I was dining at is full of Mongolians. There's definitely been a decrease in the number of foreigners there, and I think that's largely driven by investor sentiment and a perception of instability, which has been perpetuated across the international community. But on the ground, there is certainly a real buzz, and following the Nadam Festival and the traditional holiday period, it's now back to business, and there's certainly a lot happening on the ground.
Travis Hamilton from Khan Investment Management.